My name is Johnny Looney. Today, it's awesome. I talked to my father just like I sat here and talked to you. And I promise you, if you ever have to ride around with me, you'll hear me talking to God, going, oh God, da 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 da. I talk to him on a daily, moment to moment basis. And you can't change that. So there you go. I'm that person. I don't know if that's what you want, but I'm just telling you, I'm that person. How about I tell you that I haven't ever been a Christian till now? I'm 14 years into serving Christ. Now, to tell you that I grew up with being a Christian, I did not. I was telling somebody earlier that, okay, what I knew about Christ or anything resembling that stuff was I had a very hard childhood. And so when I tell you, let's just be nice, I've had a really hard childhood, so I didn't believe in God. I knew that there was a devil, I knew there was hell, and I walked in it. And I lived in it for almost 15 years. And so I walked out of my life and in that life and said, I can do this on my own, and there was no God. But there's always two sides to every coin. And so I tried to do something different, and I got little glimpses and hints of this thing bigger, better at it than I was. And I finally made a choice to I come out of incarceration trying to come into a program that was faith-based, and the pastor there wanted to tell me God loved me, and it's like, dude, God don't love me, he don't even like me. I bet you don't even know my name. Anyway, so that's another story. But yeah, I can tell you the day and the hour that I asked God to not be a junkie anymore, because I was an IV drug user for 25 years. And I can tell you, like I said, the hour and the time that God come in and changed something inside of me. And I told everybody from then on, check this out, look what God can do. And that's where it has started. And it started in this building, and I do all kinds of stuff for God these days. So yeah, God has, yeah, he changed me into something that was usable, that's for sure. I was a rageaholic, an alcoholic. I cooked methamphetamine for 20 years, and I shot dope, like I said, for 25. So to say that all of this just all fell off of me at once, no, that was wrong. That would be a lie. It took me about 5 years to graduate a six-month program and to start becoming something different. And so, yeah, some days it's not easy to lay down self and follow God. It's not, because I still want to be that person that punches you out. That's the truth. I mean, so, like I said, it's been a process to come. Now, here's what is a pat answer. We stand on truth and do what's right. And as long as you do that, everything else gets easier. It's not always easy, but it is simple. Just stand on truth and do what's right. And if you can't do what's right, for God's sakes, don't go do something wrong. Because we are addicts and alcoholics in life, and we'll go and do the wrong thing because it's what we know. It's what feels normal, quote unquote. So there you go. There's In 13 years, one time, I woke up and cussed everybody out in my house over a $5 pair of shoes. And the thought to go shove steel in my arms again, I could walk out of my life. I get up and walk out of it. I walked out of it many a time and just start over. And I thought, ooh, I got to go to church. And I come to church on a Sunday morning and cried and had to go and apologize to my family for, I kicked everybody out on one of my grandchildren's birthdays. Get out of my house. Yeah, it was all bad. So to that part, yeah, that's about as close as I've come to deviating from not following God's path. I mean, like I said, no, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm good. This works for me. Yeah, it works for everybody else too. My life was full of anger and hurt and unbelievable pain, whether it be emotional, mental, or physical, as well as the psychological. I was adopted and wasn't wanted. Okay, I was moved around forever and a day. I was family property. So when I came to God, I didn't know what he had in store for me, But yeah, we was going to do something different. And so, like today, I said, God's my friend. He's my comforter. He's my provider. He's my everything. And man is just here. Does that make sense? For me, there is no other solution. It's either God or go away. Well, the first time I was busted and sentenced to 80 years, I weighed less than 100 pounds. You could not only read my rib cage, but you could count the bones off my sternum. And you couldn't tell me that there was a God. I knew there was a hell, and I had lived in it. And you couldn't change my mind on that either. When I finally came to Christ, I was like, let's check this out. Yeah, it's the two extremes, that's for sure. Absolutely. You can't buy it or you can't sell it. I tell people all the time, if I could take it out of me and give it to you, I would. But I can't. You have to learn it yourself. That there's a God and He loves you and He's on your side. He's for you. Life's not easy, but it is real simple.